Choosing the best club for you and getting started working as an entertainer can be very challenging. I've had questions from dancers asking, how can I present myself to make the most money? What do I wear? How do I handle all of the men I work with? How can I avoid being intimidated and feeling subpar compared to all of the other beautiful dancers? One of the most important things to do in your life is to make a first impression, make a good first impression. Many other exotic dancer stories tell how someone started out horribly, made no money on the first night, and were scared out of their minds, having no idea what was going on. I will help you to avoid this scenario in its harshest forms. Of course, you have to be reasonable with your expectations. Don't think that you can just waltz in and make $1,000 on your first night. Just do your best starting out and be satisfied with that. On my first night, I came to the club early with my hair and makeup already done. I made sure that I introduced myself to all of the staff, management, greeting each one with a firm handshake and confident eye contact. I made everyone around me feel important and special. On my first day, I was already considered a club favorite amongst the management and dancers, mainly because hardly anyone comes in acting professional and together the way that I did. Now, I haven't told you this story to brag about how good I was. I went through some very rough times and was very nervous at first. However, if you can mentally power through the beginning stages and exude confidence and charisma while you're learning, it makes everyone around you want to help you even more. So if you begin your new career handling yourself this way, like you would handle a huge job interview that pays 6 figures, you will immediately begin to see opportunities and money rolling in as if you had already made it. Of all of my lessons learned, this is the biggest. Go in with complete confidence as if the deal has been done, like you already closed multiple hours in your champagne room, and walk with an air of success. Just don't get cocky or snobby, and always be open to learning new things. You'll find that step 2 in our Freedom 5 particularly is useful if you have never danced before or if you're changing clubs. Remember, don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. Treat others like you would want to be treated, and karma will return in your favor. Everyone's human, and just like you are, with a mind, opinions, strengths, and weaknesses. And the sooner that you realize that no one is perfect and that a few people are even going to try to screw you over, the more cautious and wise you will quickly become in choosing acquaintances and friends. You'll come to practice discretion very quickly and will be sure to surround yourself with other successful dancers so that you may learn all that you can make your business and clientele grow. So, choosing your club is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Your club will determine which customers you'll be marketing yourself to and how much income potential that you will have. I'd recommend finding the top 3 clubs in your city as your highest priority. Some jurisdictions have laws against gentlemen's clubs, so you may find that they're just outside of your city limits or county line. Once you locate your local clubs, be cautious in choosing which ones you want to work in. There are 3 types of clubs, and I only suggest working in the top 2 categories of establishments. The first one is an upscale gentleman's club. The second is a neighborhood men's club. And a third is the lower tier titty bars. Upscale clubs will have a high-end clientele. Club services and alcohol will be pricier than the alternatives. There's often a membership requirement as well. This is great because the more money the client is spending, the more money you will make. In my opinion, it's always best to work at a high-end club. If you read this blog and abide by it, you'll quickly become the top dancer at your club. So settling for working in a lower-end club, even in bad economic times, is not necessary. In every business, the top 20% of earners will make 80% of the money. Under no circumstances do you want to work at a low-end or questionable club for these reasons. Number one, your safety is compromised. Number two, you will not be respected and treated like a lady by staff or customers. Number three, you won't have access to the elite doctors, attorneys, and your other high-income earners in your town because they'll never patronize these dives. And number four, you will constantly be dealing with riffraff. The best way to find clubs in your area is to go to www.tuscl.com, which is an acronym for the Ultimate Strip Club List. You can search Google too by typing in the keyword gentlemen's clubs followed by your city name. Yeah, I wouldn't pay any attention to comments or blogs from non-industry sites because much of that information comes from clients and not dancers. My personal favorite source for gentlemen's club news and other information about the business is edpublications.com. Do your research because the only way for you to know if your club is a great place to be is to do your own investigation. And oftentimes that means a visit in person as a patron. So an ideal club should have the following. Number one, qualified, skilled staff that works efficiently and also maintains proper balance between serving the dancers and serving the customers. Number two, a bustling locale with upscale clients who aren't apprehensive about spending. Thirdly, outstanding security that makes the club a safe working environment and safe for customers who are drinking. Number four, must contain VIP or champagne rooms, preferably with doors that don't completely shut or don't lock. Five is a strict no-touch policy or limits on physical contact, which are enforced. Now, I know you're excited, so it's time to go to a club yourself. You might as well have a look at clubs you might want to dance in. So choose a club relatively near you, either in your own city or if you prefer, just outside your usual traveling circles. It's probably best to go with a friend, especially a male friend, since some clubs frown upon unescorted ladies and some services are only allowed with a male client present. You might be allowed in alone if you tell the hostess you are considering working there. If you're nice, confident, and present yourself well to the hostess, she can oftentimes go get a manager for you to speak with right away. If not, just politely ask for a manager. If you do go with a female friend, make sure she gets it and can be supportive of your interest in becoming an exotic dancer, and make sure she'll take you seriously as you explore this opportunity. It's a good idea to check out new clubs during times you would want to be working because clientele and general atmosphere are surprisingly different on different days and at different times of day. Though you're going in as a customer, remember you're also thinking of working there, so be sure to present yourself well. Be respectful to the dancers who are working. Pay for their time if you want to talk with them about their experience working in the club, and let them know you're thinking of being a dancer yourself so that they'll tell you what you really do need to know. Sometimes this approach is better than speaking with a manager straight away because you can get a feel for the place from your future coworkers. Then they will have no problem getting a manager for you to speak with. The following are some good questions to ask. First off is, what are the names of your top managers? Which manager is working now? Could I please speak to him or her? Number two is, what time is the best time to come in and audition? 3, do I need an exotic dancer's license? Where do I get this? Do I need to bring my driver's license and or a social security card? Number 4, what are your best nights to work? 5, what are your hours of operation? 6, do I need to bring money for a locker and for a house fee? 7, be nice and act in a professional manner. Many times the hostesses at the front desk have a say in who gets hired as well. Usually sometimes they can try to blow you off. So do try and get a manager, or go in as a patron and have a dancer get you a manager. Again, even though you're there as a customer, you're also representing yourself as a potential dancer in this club, so present yourself accordingly. Dress to show your body, but not in an actual dance costume. Accentuate whatever you've got to work with, keeping in mind that whatever your attributes, they will be appreciated. Again, the prior questions are also very good to ask over the phone if you're traveling to a club that is too far away for you to visit in person. If you are concise and friendly over the phone, you will most likely get all of your questions answered if you call during the afternoon when your desired club is not busy. Again, not every man likes large breasts or a super tight butt, so appreciate what you have and carry yourself well. Who knows, you might even get hired right then and there. I hope that this information gives you a brighter perspective about exotic dancing and the gentlemen's club industry. Be sure to make comments on the blog below and tell me if you agree, disagree, or have ideas about other misconceptions the industry has. Maybe you have a riveting story to tell. I would love to feature your story, so write your thoughts on the blog below and I will personally answer you as soon as I can. This is Jennifer with HowToStrip.com, wishing you the best of success.